All right, for today's deep dive, we are jumping into a YouTube niche that our analysis is screaming is one of the biggest opportunities on the platform right now, the affluent Black lifestyle. So let's just ask the big question right up front. Is there really a $2 trillion gold mine hiding in plain sight on YouTube, just sitting there waiting for the right creators to jump in? Well, the data we've been digging into suggests the answer is a lot closer to yes than you might think. Let's get into it. Okay, first up, let's talk about what we're calling the $2 trillion blind spot. And we're calling it that because the numbers show a huge economic and cultural opportunity that, honestly, is pretty much flying under the radar in the creator world. Get ready for this. The projected annual buying power of African American consumers is nearly $2 trillion. To be exact, it's $1.98 trillion. And what's wild is that it's growing at 5% every year, which is actually faster than the US economy overall. This isn't just some small market segment, it's a full-blown financial powerhouse. Now, this is where things get really interesting. You've got this massive economic force, right? Black consumers make up nearly 6% of all national spending. But then you look at the YouTube content, and less than 2% of luxury lifestyle content represents them. That gap it's huge. It's a massive content vacuum where the demand is just completely outstripping the supply. And look, this isn't just a hunch or some kind of passing trend. The next thing we're going to cover shows how this whole opportunity is backed by hard, cold data. The kind of data that proves a new creator in this space has a serious statistical advantage right from the start. Okay, if there is one number you remember from this whole explainer, please make it this one. A major 2023 study by Nielsen found that Black lifestyle creators generate 10.5 times more media value for brands than their non-Black counterparts. Let that sink in for a second. 10.5 times. That is an absolute game changer. So what even is media value? Well, think of it as the proven return on investment that brands get. Nielsen figures it out by looking at engagement, reach, and how valuable the audience is. For you, as a creator, this 10.5x number isn't just some cool stat. It's basically your superpower when you walk into a sponsorship negotiation. It's pure leverage. And it just keeps getting better. The data also shows that creators in this niche grow 2 to 3 times faster. Their audience is younger, a median age of 34, which is like the perfect demographic for advertisers. They get way more comments and shares, and their viewers are 12% more active on their phones, which is, where most people watch YouTube anyway. Okay, so we've covered the why. Now let's get to the fun part, the how. This next section is your monetization blueprint. We're going to talk about the clear path to turning your influence in this space directly into a real income. This chart really puts the earning power into perspective. The baseline CPM, that's what ads pay you per 1,000 views, is already a really solid $5.70. But look what happens when you specialize in something like finance or real estate. Your CPMs more than double, hitting up to $13.50. Why? Because an affluent, super engaged audience attracts those premium brands who are willing to pay top dollar to reach them. Let's make this real. At just 50,000 subscribers, our analysis shows a creator could be pulling in anywhere from $2,500 to $6,000 a month. And that's just from ads and basic affiliate links. By the time you hit 500,000 subs, you could be looking at $60,000 a month. We're talking about a real sustainable career here. It's not just possible, it's actually probable if you're consistent. And this is a huge piece of the puzzle. The market is actively looking for you. The source material for this analysis points out a major shift in the industry. Big-name luxury brands now have actual, explicit mandates to partner with Black creators. The demand isn't just there, it is literally waiting for you to show up. So, with all this opportunity just laid out on the table, where do you even start? In this section, we're going to break down 5 of the most promising, most untapped content angles to help you niche down, build authority, and really dominate fast. So here are our top 5. First up, luxury travel. I mean, our data shows this is almost 80% underserved. It's a wide open field. Next, wealth building and finance, which, as we just saw, has some of the highest CPMs on the platform. Third, luxury fashion, where you can connect with an audience that literally sets trends globally. Fourth, celebrating Black business success stories, another super high-value, underserved area. And finally, real estate and luxury living, which might just be the highest potential earner of them all. Starting a channel from scratch can feel intimidating. So let's take all that pressure off. We've mapped out an achievable step-by-step roadmap. This is your first-year growth plan, and it's designed to take you from day one to earning a real living in just 12 months. So here's what that growth can realistically look like. In your first 3 months, you're building your foundation, right? The goal is to hit somewhere between 1,500 and 3,000 subs. By that 6 month mark, the algorithm starts to figure you out, and you could be looking at 5 to 12,000. And then, by the end of your first year, if you stick with it, hitting that 25 to 75,000 subscriber milestone is totally within reach. But as we all know, subs aren't everything. To really build a business, you gotta track the right things. You wanna aim for an average retention rate over 65%. That tells YouTube people are loving your videos. A click-through rate between 6 and 8% proves your thumbnails and titles are working. And by the end of the year, if you're landing 2 to 3 sponsored deals a month, you know you've got a healthy, growing business on your hands.
All right, it is time. Let's pull all this data together for the final verdict. We're going to answer the one question we set out to answer from the beginning. Is the affluent Black lifestyle niche a good opportunity for a new YouTuber in 2025?
Okay, based on our entire analysis, the niche validation score is a staggering 92 out of 100. Let's just quickly recap why. Demand is high, competition is ultra low, monetization is strong, the trend is growing, and it's surprisingly beginner-friendly. I mean, seriously, you almost never see a score this high. So, our final verdict, based on all the data, is a clear, confident, and very enthusiastic yes. And here's why, all boiled down. First, you have nearly $2 trillion in buying power, smashing up against a massive content gap. Second, you have that hard Nielsen data proving your authentic voice is worth over 10 times more to brands. And third, a clear path to high-paying brand deals is there for you from the moment you start. You just can't argue with these numbers. The opportunity is absolutely undeniable. Now, before we wrap up, just remember this. Even with an incredible opportunity like this, finding your specific angle, your unique voice, that's a journey. It takes a little bit of experimentation to find what feels most authentic to you. And that actually brings me to my question for you. After hearing all this, what niche are you thinking about jumping into? Drop it in the comments below. I'm going to go through them all and pick a few of the most interesting ones to analyze in the very next explainer. Let's do this together. Let's help each other find these incredible opportunities. Thanks so much for watching.